What's up, HELLRAISERS? Welcome back to yet again another book review. This is the second book review on the channel, and we're about to review Maggie's Grave by David Sodergren. I finished this book about a week ago, and yes, this book is absolute a masterpiece. But before we get into all the good, the bad, and the ugly, let me give a little bit of plot of what this book is about. The book tells a story about a young woman, a pregnant young woman, being falsely accused of being a witch in 1657, and they kill her. And now we fast forward to 2019, where a group of young adults seem to talk about this creepy urban legend about this local witch named Maggie Walls, and they go to her grave site, and that's when things break loose, and they have awoken something that they can't seem to get rid of. Okay, so this video will have no spoilers, even though this book is kind of hard to review because there's a lot of things that I have to kind of touch on, but I'm not going to spoil a single thing about the book, so I'm going to be very, very careful with my choice of words. So to kick things off with my first pro, I will have to say the opening of the book. Like, the opening of this book, no spoiler, it opens up with a situation that unfolds in the way that you would never see it coming. And I'm going to tell you right now, David does just a fantastic job at grabbing you by the throat and pulling you all the way through this book. It's like he grabbing you like, no, don't put the book down. There's more for you to explore with this book. And to go along with that is that his writing helped, which is why I said he's grabbing you by the throat, because his writing is so well crafted. I think he did such a fantastic job, especially with his choice of words. I feel like David knows exactly what he's doing, what he does, and then I feel like David took his time with this book, just like I'm sure he did with every book he's ever written. But like, this one feels like there's so much more to explore with this book. And I would definitely be repicking Maggie's Grave up again and rereading it, because it's that good of a book. It has that readable factor to it. It's something about this book that just wants you to pick it back up and read it again. Another pro for me would have to be Maggie's presence in this book. I love how he wrote Maggie in this book. She feels like an unstoppable force. No matter how much she goes through, no matter how much she's been through, there's just more and more and more things about Maggie that you don't even know. And the more that you don't know, the more and more intrigued you become with Maggie. Maggie almost feels like she's the main character of the entire book, but Maggie present in this book is like, it is, you can feel it coming off the book. Like, another pro for me would have to be the kills. Now, I'm not going to spoil any of the kills, but I would say it's graphic and it's brutal, and I'm all for it. In particular, one of my favorite kills would have to be the bathroom scene. What Maggie did in that bathroom, I'm not even going to spoil it, but what she did in that bathroom, David, we need to talk, because I am loving your detail with the kills, especially that bathroom thing. We need an interview with David, because his kill with Maggie is insane. And another pro for me would have to be David characters. Like, David characters in this book, they don't feel like your typical, horror movie jock or horror movie pretty girl, horror movie sexy girl, all that stuff. They feel like real life people. It feels like I'm reading a book about real life people in the middle of this effed up situation, about this urban legend, about this falsely accused witch, and like, whoa, these actually feel like real people. Like, am I reading a freaking documentary about real life people's situation? And that's why I like his characters in this book. His characters are well written. I love how he fleshed out his characters. They feel real. They feel like real life people that I've met in real life in general. And another pro for me will have to be the town. Now, this town in of itself is creepy. Atmelanian or something. I'm just going to put the word right here. Y'all can see it. But yeah, like, David wrote this town, I just like this town is a character in of itself. And that's something that I love about movies and books. It allowed me to explore different sections because like I said before, I said again, this town feels like it's a character in of itself. It have lore, it have depth, it have particular things that, you know, you can probably go back and read on a multiple read and be like, I think I kind of have a theory for this book. And that's exactly what Maggie's Grave is. It feels like a rereadable book. Like, wait a minute, I think I know what's really going on here. And another pro for me would have to be the factor that I love the atmosphere of this book. Like the way David explained things in the background and like Maggie's presence within the atmosphere in of itself. I feel like this atmosphere is probably one of my favorite atmosphere I've ever read in any particular book. And I'm looking like, Jesus, David, how do you do it? Teach me that. Okay, now let's get into the rating right now, okay? I was gonna give this book a 5-star. So my rating for this book is a 4-star. It's a 4-star. And the reason I did not give it a 5-star is because this book should have had a trigger warning in the first page of the book. The trigger warning should have been like for people who are very sensitive to baby torture or baby being part of like some type of sacrifice or baby being like the main subject matter in any type of movie or book. Every time I hear anything about baby sacrifice or baby killing, I want to turn the channel or stop reading the book. And I know that's probably going to call me a hypocrite, but I know a lot of people that's like that. And I don't like when books have subject matter like that. Even in movies, I don't like that. And so I feel like this should have had a trigger warning on the first page. And that probably would have saved this book for me because I would have turned that page to, okay, so, bam, they got baby torture in here. Okay, that's fair. I still would have read it because I heard good things about the book. And I would have given the book a 5-star if a freaking trigger warning would have been put on the first page. But, yeah, I know that might be a hypocritical thing to say, but it's not hypocritical at all. But you know what? My overall thought was that Maggie Grave is an awesome read and a very quick read. 220 pages, or I think 286. Yeah, it's 286 pages, I think. But it's a pretty fast read. You can probably read this in one sitting if you got that much time. But yeah, so that's going to wrap up your review for Maggie Grave. If you want to get in touch with your boy, social media link will be in the description down below. And I hope to see you here in my next video. But before I let you go, make sure you consider dropping a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that bell notification so that when I drop another video for the channel, you'll be the first ones to get it. And I hope to catch you in the next video.